Welcome to our Healthy Fit Seniors Stretch, Mobility, and Recovery class. We are going to be seated for this class. This is a seated class. So we want to try to sit at the front of our chair so that we're still engaging our core. We're going to use a ball in between our thighs to kind of squeeze and activate those thigh muscles during our workout today. So let's begin by grounding ourselves. Adjust your sits bones so that they're evenly in the chair. Make sure your feet are evenly placed on the floor, engaging your core. Stack your vertebrae one on top of the other, lengthening your spine like you have a string coming up from your head. You okay?
Her string's broken.
Her string is broken. All right, so let's start with some nice deep breaths. I want you to breathe all the way down to your pelvic floor, below your belly button. Expand your rib cage, expand your chest. Big inhales. If you're not congested, inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to take a slower exhale on the next one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's release any tension in our shoulders with some nice big shoulder rolls up to your ears, and then release the tension. Up and release. Release that tension as you drop the shoulders down. And in the other direction. Moving into cat-cow, we're going to work on our spinal mobility. So we're going to be tipping at our hips. Hands can be at your thighs. Let's arch our back and look up at an angle. Exhale, press your spine towards the chair behind you, rounding your back. Inhale, arch and stretch. Exhale. Inhale, arch. Exhale, like you're tucking your tailbone under. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. All right, let's warm up our wrists. I have on wrist guards because of my tendonitis, so I cannot do wrist circles, but we're going to do wrist circles. I'm going to kind of pretend. And in the other direction. Now we're going to flick our fingers like we're trying to flick water off each of the fingers. One more time. Now massage this meaty part of the hand. Relax that out. And open the hand, pressing gently on the fingers, keeping the wrist nice and straight. We're stretching the fingers, not the wrist. And the thumb feels really good. Other side, massaging that meaty part of the hand. And then stretch the fingers. Again, keeping your wrist nice and straight. And then the thumb. All right, shake it out. Adjust your sits bones as needed. Readjust your spine, making sure that we're still squeezing the ball. Our feet are in that good parallel alignment. We're going to start with our sun salutation variations now. Big inhale up. Exhale those arms like you're drawing a rainbow with your fingertips, reaching down towards your ankles. Here at the bottom, we're going to hold it here for a second and shake your head no. Nod your head yes, relaxing the tension in your neck. Inhale, half lift, hands on your thighs, nice flat back, like you're looking over the edge of the Grand Canyon. Anyone ever been to the Grand Canyon?
Yeah, and I didn't like it then.
You didn't like it that close? Exhale down. I took my kids the first time when my littlest was 2, and I had to have a serious chat with my 2 and 3-year-old. Roll it up. About how dangerous it was that they had to stay a certain distance away from the edge. All right, let's do that again. Big inhale up.
Did they mind?
Exhale. They did not mind. They paid attention to me. Exhale. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Roll it up. Big shoulder roll. All right, new variation this time. Inhale up. Exhale your arms into cactus, pulling those elbows behind you. Feel that good squeeze. Inhale your arms together. Exhale into prayer. Inhale up. Exhale into cactus, pulling those arms open. Elbows towards the rear. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale those arms open. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to swan dive down on this one. Reach down. Allow your head to relax. On your next inhale, half lift. Exhale. Roll it up. Big shoulder roll. We're going to repeat that again. Big inhale up. Exhale your arms into cactus. Inhale your arms up. Exhale into prayer. Again, inhale up. Exhale into cactus. Inhale up. Exhale. Swan dive down. Reach down toward your toes. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Roll it up, big shoulder roll. In your mountain pose. Nice tall posture here. Chest open and wide. 3 deep breaths. All right, as we work on our upper body mobility, we're going to adjust again those sits bones. If you need to recenter in your chair, stacking those vertebrae again. Inhale, reaching one arm up. Feel that good side stretch from your pinky all the way down to your hip bone. Exhale. Keep your sits bones grounded as you rotate from one side to the other. Reaching up and over. Squeeze that ball. Don't forget to squeeze. I had to remind myself.
Doing good, girl.
Squeeze. All right, this time inhale up. Both arms grab one wrist, reach to one side. Exhale and rotate and twist. Long spine, looking behind at your neighbor. Say, hello, neighbor. Come back to center. Big inhale up. Grabbing the other wrist now. Reach to one side. And rotate and twist, looking in the opposite direction. Lengthening the spine. Say, good job, neighbor.
My neighbor behind me is looking behind.
and back to center. All right, moving on to our eagle arms. Okay, so bring your arms out. We're gonna get all bendy here. Cross your arms and then bring them together. So this is my really tight side, so I can barely bring mine, but then bring your arms down. Everyone's gonna look different. So as you do this, ideally your hands are gonna be palm to palm or back, top to top, depending on your flexibility. Pull those arms down. Do you feel that good stretch in your shoulders?
Mm-hmm.
You feel it, Carl? Okay. Squeeze that ball. I keep forgetting to squeeze. Are you forgetting to squeeze?
I forget.
We want to still engage that lower body. And look and see what arm you have on the top. We're going to switch for the next one. Bring it out. And the other direction. You should have the other arm on top, yes?
Yes.
And then, so again, your hands can be top to top or wrap them around palm to palm. Pull the elbows down to get that good stretch in the shoulders. Squeeze that ball. You're tighter on one side than the other. It could be a couple of different things. It could be your muscles just tight, impeding your movement.
Mm-hmm.
Could be damage in your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So this shoulder had surgery.
It could be scar tissue from surgery.
Look how high this was.
So
What
you
were doing, look how-
you just have to practice, and it may never be the same as the other one, but you work. Just flexibility and mobility is something just like muscle strength. You have to practice it. I used to be able to do a split on the floor. Could I do a split right now? No. Why can't I do a split? It has nothing to do with my age. It has to do with the fact I haven't been practicing my splits. If you practice, you can do it. So it's just something that you have to work on. If you have scar tissue, relax. Shake it out. If you have scar tissue, massaging and working through that scar tissue will help increase its pliability to help you be able to stretch more. And I see this a lot when I work with cancer survivors that have had like double mastectomies. A lot of times they can barely reach their arm up because the tissue has been stretched and they have surgery under their armpits. And then after weeks of practice, they can bring their arm up all the way over their head because we've worked all of that tissue and kind of made it more pliable and flexible and stretch. So you have to practice it. Okay, let's work a little bit on our lower body mobility with our seated figure four. Set your ball to the side. We can either cross over at the ankle and lean forward to deepen the stretch, or cross over the thigh. Now make sure your ankle is on the outside of your leg bone so that you're not putting stress on that ankle. Leaning forward is going to extend the stretch. So the further you lean forward, the deeper the stretch you should feel, yes? You can also use your elbow and apply pressure to that thigh to open up that hip a little bit more. You should feel that good stretch up the side of your leg into your butt cheek, yes?
Yes.
Excellent. This is a really good stretch for hip tightness, sciatica pain. Deep breaths as we try to relax that hip. One more. And relax. Let's do that on the other side. So crossing over at the ankle or over the thigh. You might notice one side is tighter than the other. This is my tighter side. So my knee is going to be a little bit higher here. And again, just like anything else, we have to practice that flexibility. We can lean forward. We can use that elbow to press that hip open a little bit more. Nice deep breaths. And relax. All right. Working on some ankle mobility. Let's draw little circles with our toe here. Nice tall posture. Good corrections. Other side. Now point and flex, point and flex. Trying to get that ankle mobility so it doesn't restrict our movement. All right, other leg. Nice tall posture, little circles. I can do footsies with Miss Peggy in the front row there. Other direction. If you feel any like crunchiness in there, you need to do some massage after class. Try to work out any of that. There might be something rubbing or excessive tightness we need to work out. Point and flex. I hear someone's ankle popping.
That's why.
Crunchy, crunchy. All right, let's work a little bit on our hip mobility. So scoot to the front of your chair. We're gonna get in and out of the hot tub. In and out of the hot tub.
I'd like to get in.
Lift that knee up nice and tall. All right, other side. This is also good for getting in and out of the car. Gotta lift our leg up and out. One more. Shimmy to one side of your chair. Hip flexor stretch. So we're gonna drop one leg down and feel that hip flexor stretch. Hold on to your chair on the other side. Feel that stretch. Yes, in your hip flexor. You want to add an arm here? Like a half warrior one. And relax. Shimmy to the other side. Same thing, drop that knee off the side of the chair. If you want to bring the other arm up, you can do that. And relax. Coming back to the center of our chair for some deep stretches and breath work. Kick one leg to the front, reach arms up, reach them forward, down towards your toe, flexing that foot, hinging at the hips. Keep that spine nice and long. You feeling that stretch up the back of your leg? Roll it up. Other leg. Nice long spine. Inhale. Reach down like you're trying to touch your toe. Feel that in your thigh? It should mostly be in the back of the leg. Yeah. All right, let's do some neck stretches. Nice tall posture here. Adjust your sits bones again. Let's look to the right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center, down, center, up, center, down, center, up, center. Look to one side. Now drop your head in a semicircle to your other shoulder. And back. One more.
Did you hear that popping?
For me also
Yeah.
cracking.
So that you could have some tension there. If you have tension in your upper shoulders, it can in your in your neck too. It can be, make it very tight. Part of that could be too how you're sitting. Like if your head's forward, head posture, you want to try to bring that chin back a little bit. And if we're on our phone a lot, that makes our head very heavy. It overactivates all these muscles. So it's better to actually have your phone up here. I know most people don't walk around with their phone up like this when they're texting. It's down here because it's easier on your arms, but it's actually better if your phone is up high. Okay, so drop your head to one side. Leave some space here between your shoulder and your ear. If you want a little bit more, just gently place that hand on the head for a little bit of extra stretch. And back to center, other side. Drop your head. Gently place the hand on the head. And stretch. And relax. Full body stretch. So I'm going to turn slightly to the side. Extend your feet in front of you. We're going to reach back. You can rest your back on the chair as we reach back and arch. Just ever so slightly.
This one, I like.
You like this one?
I
Stretch it out. It's like a
I like this
banana. You're kind of like a banana.
one. Yeah. I like.
And relax. All right. Moving into some guided breath and meditation. Feet are in alignment here. We can put our ball back in between our thighs. Let's return to our breath. Again, inhaling if you're not congested through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. Inhale. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. I invite you now, if you'd like, to shut your eyes or gaze softly at the floor. Bring awareness to your breath. As you inhale, think, I am calm. As you exhale, think, I am at peace. Inhale, I am calm. Exhale, I am at peace. Inhale, calm. Exhale, peace. As you continue to inhale and exhale, notice any sensations in your body. Allow thoughts to come and go like clouds passing by. Inhaling calm, exhaling peace.
Guess I'm the last one. Oh my gosh. Well, I didn't realize that. Put it on my bill.
Leaving any stress behind, inhaling calm and exhaling peace.
I noticed at the post office. You always had 2 boxes.
Thank yourself for showing up, for choosing movement, breath, and stillness. Carry this peace with you the rest of the day. Thank you for joining us for our stretch, mobility, and recovery seated class. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay active this weekend.
Okay.
And don't forget to see us on the YouTube